Hi, I'm Tom Valone with Integrity Research Institute. I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, and our email is iri@starpower.net. We're talking to you today about Mars, survival mode with no food. Hopefully, it's a very important topic for you guys. Military style agenda is what we call it because you're basically at a crisis, emergency situation, no food's available, and you only maybe have liquids or water. Okay, no reason to panic. But breatharians or pranic living experts have already solved this problem. And we call them the new superhumans that are basically our future. And we've studied them for years. I'm a participant in many of the training periods, which usually is 2 to 3 weeks of training, and beneficial changes happen in the body. We have a lot of books that we can recommend that are specifically regarding this type of topic. Life from Light is the book I started with by Dr. Michael Werner, a biologist, PhD in Europe. And he was surprised when he was trained by this Jasmine, author of Living on Light. She's the matriarch of this movement, appears at the Pranic Living Festival every year in Italy, and authored many other books, and she's on YouTube as well. But the issue is, as a biologist, he couldn't explain what was happening to his body, and yet he didn't have any desire to eat, and he wasn't losing weight at all. So this is exciting because after I read his book, I got convinced this is real. People aren't making this up. So, okay, I figured Martians need to know this when they get there so that there won't be any reason to panic. For Western people, A Year Without Food is the book I recommend. It's by Ray Mayer. He's an excellent trainer for the Western world, and he's also offering a 10-day course, which you can take online or in person. And the book is also available for free. In the beginning, there was light. That's the name of the DVD documentary, interviewing all these people and many more. It's received lots of awards, and I recommend it highly for anyone who wants to be convinced this is real. It's available on streaming, Prime Video, Gaia.com, and so forth. The benefits really are numerous. You have lots of them listed here. The scientists basically have documented a mass energy to mass, mass to energy conversion. And we would basically suggest that you might want to go to raymayer.com and consider starting the 10-day training. Here's an excerpt of a video interview I did on Beyond Belief with George Norrie that explains exactly what we're talking about in an emergency or crisis situation.
Soon, but also Mars. Why go to Mars thinking you're going to grow food right away when you can train the astronauts to live in 3 weeks, 21-day program, live with a process that converts the body into the bioenergetic quantum vacuum converter that we're intended to be. Hey,
you'll still need water though, right?
Perhaps. But I'll tell you what happens with Prahlad. Prahlad is a yogi in India who's been studied very well by medical doctors, isolated for a couple weeks in a medical hospital room under 24-hour guards, cameras, and everything.
That's a person who doesn't eat or drink.
Or drink. And what's interesting about the phenomenon, which I've experienced with Norman Paulson's physiology as well, is that it ends up creating this very strange, they call it elixir, that flows down the back of the throat. It's a fatty liquid substance. Who knows how it's generated, but the human body is capable of doing this. Prahlad in the video actually puts his hand in the mouth and offers it to the reporter.
Let's take a look at this guy, because this is fascinating.
Could this man hold the key to survival under extreme conditions? Prahlad has been described as a hermit who claims to have wandered around India's jungles from the age of 8 and not eaten or drunk anything for nearly 70 years. His claims are now being put to the test. A key Indian medical institute is observing him in a private hospital in the western state of Gujarat, with already astonishing results.
That we are all watching a miracle in the science or biology, so to say, because it's already 108 hours since Mataji's admission into this hospital, and He has not eaten anything, he has not drank a little drop of any kind of liquid, but more importantly, he has not passed a drop of urine or stool.
The hospital has said that initial tests have shown the man has a brain resembling that of a 25-year-old, and that yogic exercises meant his body has undergone a biological transformation. Studying him could allow scientists and doctors to understand better how to survive without food or water for long periods, perhaps even help in exploring the universe.
So